Love, light, greetings, gratitude, blessings and blessings, soul family, my divinity to yours. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you are returning. I thank you for your love, light, your support, appreciation, participation, your likes and shares, for upholding light, spreading light, sharing light, for working and weaving in this beautiful, united in light, collective, connected, divine assignment for the grand and the golden ascension. Spirit is clapping and singing your praises as you raise your vibration here on the ground, connecting our hearts, our hands to the non-physical, to the divine. Thank you. It is indeed no secret that what is taking place on our planet has been part of a great plan for eons of time. Whether we acknowledge it or not, it is in place. And there's a great unfolding that some of us have just come to learn, others in their own time, and a lot of us are wide awake. And it is indeed my greatest and overwhelming emotion to express that this family has evolved in such a way that when you comment, I feel you. Being part of this channel, I feel you. And indeed you were guided here. If perhaps at the beginning you were apprehensive, doubtful, unsubscribed, and returned, thank you. The energy is magnetic and magnanimous. It will bring the right people, the right souls, the right hearts here. And that is why we are growing and evolving in truth, in love, in light, in joy, with an open mind and an open heart. Thank you. When we first began, there was a lot of critic, lot of attack. And to date, I must have deleted, I think, 5 or 6 comments of personal attack and words that I did not, and I don't think you would either, appreciate. And then I realized this is what it is about. Reminding ourselves how far we've come, that we do not speak, think, act, or feel in those lower vibrations. And God bless those that are still needing to wake up. But again, we are here to focus on what is important and not be dragged, pulled, or wavered off our path. It is important that we are composed. It is vital for our personal growth above the collective growth, because you are on this journey alone. It is your journey. However, because we share a common resource, which is Mother Gaia, and we incarnate in family groups for growth, for lessons, for teaching, it is important to understand that we are part of a collective. So thank you. We have done protection for the 3 royal children, Williams and Catherine's, beautiful Prince George, Charlotte, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Thank you for all your effort. If you haven't yet, please do commit yourself for a few minutes to hold that vision, and then daily to envision it is done. You do not have to go through the entire process. All you do is see them in their bubbles of light, protected and happy, and Archangel Michael and the entire company of heaven is surrounding them in love, light, healing, blessing, and protection. That's all you do. We've done the groundwork, and that is why it's important to do that. So today I have decided, and this is a long time coming, is to do the same for Prince Harry and his family. We all know that he and his wife are vilified in the media. There's not a day that you do not hear a single negative comment or word about him or his family. And as much as I am not attached to any single member, I am here like you for the greater good of humanity, for the generations that are growing up now and those to come, and for our future incarnations. I do not care what people are saying. I do not become absorbed into it, because that will make me weak and angry. Instead, I say, Spirit of Light, return to sender all that is negative and all that is unnecessary, all that is untruth. And I do that not just for this family, but for others. So I am sharing with you something that you can do for anybody, including yourself. In life, you either stand alone or you are shadowed by someone, or you walk behind them following. I always say it is difficult to stand alone, and I have done it throughout my life. I must be grateful and thankful for the support on the journey, the great lessons, the pain, etc. For every single thing has taught me something. I have always affirmed that everything around you is a teacher. Absolutely everything. That includes people. You do not have to open a book and study something to qualify to graduate. Everything around you is a teacher. There are a great many graduates that do not even give a single thought of gratitude to nature. So what exactly have we learned? And I say that with love and light. But I do know, for I speak from experience. I have witnessed this. And all people do is grind every day to make better of themselves in a material way. And I always believe gratitude is your main attitude. So all that we hear that is going on, and I speak specifically now about Harry and his family, for this message, this channel is about him for today, for now. I know And I believe, and from what Spirit has said, and it has come through many of the readings that I have done on him, and you can go back to the Royal Channeling playlist and listen. It just continuously progresses in a similar pattern of messages. He is a light worker, whether we like him or not. You don't have to like me to listen to me. You do not have to like me enough to understand that I am helping you to transform into a better version of who you are. In life, we do not have to like somebody or know somebody to improve something. And that is what unconditional love is about. It's about stepping above and beyond the physical, the linear, the restrictions, the veil, the mask, the blindfold, to see and feel beyond. And let us do that again, as we have done many clearings. We have done some great work, and we shall continue, for there is a lot to clear. There will be many messages that I bring forth in the coming days that you will need to heed, pay attention to, and understand to grow. We've only just begun. And I have been taking it slow with you because I am hoping that a lot of you that are committed have gone through a lot of the clearing, the cleansing and purifying of the self in the messages I have given and the divine channeling list. For when we raise our vibration, you will see life and feel life and understand differently. Everything petty, small and trivial falls away. Growth is phenomenal and continuous. You cannot reach a level and stop. It is not possible. So Prince Harry is a light worker. It is in his destiny to be a game changer, to go against the rule book of darkness. He has undertaken a very important task in this life, and he has the support of the divine. Whether we know it, understand it, comprehend it, it matters not. It is not for us to know every detail. But I say this from a higher consciousness. And anyone, including myself, from life's experience that goes against the grain, that goes against somebody that does not like what you are doing, will always vilify you, will always attack you, will make your life difficult. And I'm sure a lot of you can resonate with that. If you want to speak your truth, you will never be liked. There will always be an obstacle, a difficulty in your life, because the dark does not want to be exposed. It is simple. Now, I do not agree with everything that is going on. I do not know the details. I am speaking in general. But on his life, I do not know what went down in detail. But I am saying, from a divine, from a spiritual, from a transformational energy, he has a very big task here. And for him to do what he's done, he is brave. He followed his soul. Difficult as it is, as it was, and still is, he's not in peace, and we know that. But again, I remind you to use your discernment, to understand that if you have in your heart a moment to feel what it is to be different, to want to express yourself in soul truth, and sometimes not to even know why you are on this journey or path in the way it is, and to have almost 99% of a population against you. It is saying that you are doing something right. Because not when we agree with everybody and everything that we are right. Look at what is happening right now. Do you agree with it? You are different, aren't you? You are understanding what is fake, what is false, what is unreal, what is untruth, and you are not liked at this time. So it's exactly that. When you stand alone, know that you're on your path. Know that you are being tested through the passage of faith, of trust, of understanding, and how you're knowing, and you will come out in the end a winner. Whether you understand it or not, your soul does, and your soul is pushing you, and his soul is pushing him and his family. And he had to meet someone in his life, and they fell in love by free will and not arrangement, not by hunting each other down, following or stalking. It just took place. However it did, but it did. And it had to take her meeting him for this U-turn. And he is now living his life separate from what is taking place for a good reason. For if he was there this time, all blame would fall on him. It is happening still. The ones that are fueling this fire are of a lower vibration. They are stuck, and they are on a payroll by instruction to keep going, right? And there are others that are piggybacking on that for clickbait, to be popular, because that is what they believe the system is saying to be true, and the news is saying to be true, and of course it has to be true. So this is the unfortunate reality. Again, I do not agree with everything. There is truth on both sides. There is a lot of truth on one side. So today I ask you to connect with me if you do feel deep inside that you want to support another light worker who is in a very difficult situation. And that light worker has taken it upon himself, guided by his soul and his partner, to bring truth on a system that is dark. And that is where it all began. We know a lot about the system, so he cannot be speaking 100% untruth. So today I want to do a cleansing for Harry, his family, and a protection, especially now that we are nearing so much of upheaval, of surfacing of darkness. There will be far more attacks. His path, he will find in his path much more challenges and difficulty, because this is what pleasures the dark, pleases the dark, to see someone else suffer in pain, and fear and panic, and that is what they eat. That's their food. I've already spoken about this in part 1 and 2 of breaking free from the 3D paradigm, the 3D matrix. So view that if you haven't, and understand on that there is more to come. What is very sad is those that are piggybacking on this belief for entertainment, for mockery, for keeping themselves in business, popular, whatever it is, are creating such a negative karmic consequence for their lives. They do not yet understand it. They are dangling and tangling in a dark web that is draining them psychically. In other words, energetically, they are possessed by this dark entity. And that is why they cannot see the light. What is different, what is real, what is truth, what is clear. They're so absorbed, they're infected. It is, unfortunately, a disease. It's infectious. It is fungal. It is spreading like a cancer inside of them that they do not yet, because they're so numbed by what is happening, they do not yet feel it. And when the dark is done using someone, they consume it. They consume them. And that is what you open yourself up for. So use your discernment when you are listening, when you are hearing, when you are watching any energy that does not connect with your heart space, not specifically on Harry or his family in general. If the media did not, for example, did not broadcast chaos, entertainment, they will be out of business. And this is the largest problem that we have throughout the world. It's how they program and condition the population by instruction. I have gone on long having a chat, but I needed to channel this so you understand why I intend to do what I'm doing. So I want you now to please close your eyes if you wish to continue with us. And I do thank you. From one light worker, light bearer, light weaver, light warrior, to another, let us help this soul, this body, this human being to fulfill his task in the highest and harmonious way. Close your eyes and may we begin. Become comfortable in your space, your spot, your seat, wherever you are. And gently breathe in and out, bringing your consciousness into the vibration of your heart, your mind. I will clear the energy for us. Divine Archangel Michael, I invite you, invoke your energy, and welcome you and your legions of light into our space, our hearts and minds, our intentions and thoughts, to protect us as we unitedly, through a higher mind and the higher heart, merge in oneness to bring protection over Prince Harry and his family. We ask that you direct this energy accurately, perfectly, for the higher and greater good, and that you remain with him in every moment of his wake and sleep state, as well as his family, fiercely protecting them to carry out their life mission, their divine assignment, to its completion in a loving, protected, harmonious and easy way. We also ask that you stand between him, his wife and his children, and anyone that intends to consciously, unconsciously, intent or unintently, knowing or unknowingly, harm, hurt, obstruct, or strategize and plan to do anything, little or large, untoward him, his wife and his children, that you immediately stop it, dismantle it, and return it to its sender and creator. For them to bear immediate consequences to that karma. As a light worker, myself and everyone listening, it is our responsibility to join energetic consciousness with all of the light workers on this planet. And it is us that stand tall and armored in our affirmation and conviction to work with the triumph of light. And so we will not accept and tolerate. We will not be party to anything that is negative, even if we stand alone. We now pledge our united effort, our united promise, our united devotion to the light. Thank you. I ask now for our personal guides. State your name, call in your personal divine teams of guides and guardians to cover us in light with Archangel Michael, protecting us with this beautiful blue cloak. Envision this cloak around us, over us, encapsulating in love light a beautiful, strong protection. Thank you. And now bring into your vision Prince Harry. And as he stands in front of us, look at him. Look in his eyes. Feel his heart and connect with his light. Divine Mother, Father, we ask you please to extend your beautiful white light of cleansing and purification now. And pour this light over Prince Harry through his fontanelle, gently seeping into his body and covering him in the soft white light to cleanse and purify him of all pain, sadness, unhappiness, absolutely everything that no longer serves his highest good, his growth in this lifetime, to clear and return to sender every negative word, thought, deed, intention, etc. now. To release all the shackles that bind him, every energy that imprisons him, every thought that is directed toward him like arrows, darts, knives, daggers, swords, to be reversed to the sender. I ask you now to release every mockery, every image of him that has been held in negative light. Return it to sender. And I ask, if we have left anything out, please work your magic. Thank you. And we see all these layers of darkness melting away from his body and draining downwardly through his feet into a vessel, lightening him, brightening him. And he moves aside, and that work continues a few more minutes. We now bring into our vision his wife, Meghan Markle. Divine Creator, please pour into her crown through her fontanelle this white, cleansing light, filling her up, saturating her, softening and removing everything dark, dense, heavy, toxic, poisonous that has been directed to her in the same dark ways, through the thoughts, intention, speech, word, image, etc. must now be returned to sender to bear the consequences of that. Clear her mind and her thoughts from every pain, her strife and struggle through life. And as she begins to release, this heaviness falls off her and melts away through her feet, draining into this vessel. And she moves aside and allows that to continue. And we bring into our vision the two children, Lilibet and Archie, next to each other. Divine Mother, Father, Creator, we ask that your white light is poured into the children individually. And may they be cleansed and purified from the jokes, the fun, the mockery, the negative entertainment that is directed on their existence, their reality, etc. It is a great sin to bring a child energy or name to one's mouth with ill intent. It is a grave sin. For children are still so spiritual and godly, divine. It's as if we are mocking and vilifying the divine. So which team then we belong to, the light or the dark? So I say this, so if anyone comes to listen to this and is guilty of it, be warned, the consequences for such actions are not lenient. Allow your light to cleanse and purify any energy that has become a template of darkness surrounding these two children. Thank you. And the white light is cleansing and purifying their aura, their bodies, draining outwardly the darkness through their feet into the vessel. And as all four stand side by side, I now ask Mother, Father, to pour into them a crystal clear diamond light of higher consciousness, filling each one with the right amount of light as needed to activate their higher consciousness and their life purpose to the next level, so they may interpret that energy as clearly and transparently to follow their path. For however long that they are meant to work together, so be it. I want you to visualize that Prince Harry is gleaming and beaming in this diamond light, and Meghan and the children. Individually and as a family, united on this journey, they have predetermined their destiny with the divine. Thank you, Mother Father. Archangel Michael, I now ask that you cloak Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the children with individual cloaks of your protective, armored, sapphire, fire, light. And we see Michael behind Harry, cloaking him. Behind Meghan, cloaking her. And the two children, Lilibet and Archie. And I get this image of them looking like Smurfs, all caped up, cloaked up in this sapphire light with a beautiful shimmer. And that is beautiful. And now they part approximately a meter between each other, and Archangel Michael stands in front of Harry with his sword of truth in a flaming blue, sapphire blue fire, and he touches the top of his head and anoints him, and takes the sword in a clockwise direction, forming an oval around him as an orb of protection. And he moves to Meghan and does the same, the sword on top of her head, anointing her in a clockwise direction, forming an oval of light, sapphire light, protecting her. And to Lilibet, sword on top of her head, anointing her and protecting her in an armor of sapphire blue light. And to Archie, sword on top of his head, anointing him in a clockwise direction, protecting him in his oval armor of sapphire light. And each one in their personal bubble of protection, glowing bright, shimmering bright, sapphire light. And now Michael stands in front of Harry and places a sapphire diamond on his third eye. He does that with Meghan. He moves to Meghan and places one on her forehead. And to Lilibet and to Archie, a personal signature of his protection. This light will now activate and begin to imagine that this light, like a torch, shines bright in front of them wherever they are, day or night. It will immediately be a deterrent, a warning, as well as the anointed protection of Michael, that whosoever and whatsoever intimidates, intends, or executes an energy that is not of light or higher vibration of light will perish. Prince Harry bows to Archangel Michael, and Meghan bows to him and the children in their love and gratitude for receiving this beautiful purification and protection. And Archangel Michael, I thank you. Divine Mother Father, I thank you. And as Prince Harry looks at Meghan and they hug each other and strengthen their bond, their love, their path, their mission, their purpose, and each one picks up one of the children, and together as a family of four of wands, pillared in strength and love and unity and harmony, on a mission of light. And we say thank you, and we wish you well, that you will always think from a higher, a brighter, a lighter mind and heart. And may the way forward be clear and free, and a blessing for you to do your work. And together they leave. Very gently bring your consciousness back into your space. When you are ready, you may open your eyes. Light workers, Ascension family, soul family, thank you. It is beautiful to be part of this, for a higher and greater good. It is always in love that we support the light. And we bless them, and we shall help them with good thoughts and encouragement, and holding them in light for all they need to do. I love you, I thank you, and I bless you. Until next.